Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. To begin with, the Australian dollar still maintains its bullish bias, and after clearing yesterday at 75.25 after the release of the GDP, the market is now looking up towards a resistance of 75.70.80. Now in the next half an hour, we do have the release of the Australian trade balance, and also we have Chinese figures at as well at 11:30 to the trade balance also. Keeping a close watch on that, we do need to see whether this bullish momentum continues on. As you can see at the moment, the market is a little bit weaker as we currently talk, and you can see the pullback towards 75.05 or lower towards 74.70 may stage a mild recovery from there, though a break beneath 74.70 would give further implications to the downside and bring in a target of 73.85. Although the technicals are slightly bullish in the short term, I am a little bit cautious to come out with any calls beyond the 76 handle, and we could see a firm rejection from there. Well, the euro, even though the dollar index is still slightly on the weaker side and holding to around the 7-month lows, the euro was under pressure overnight following reports that the ECB plans to cut its inflationary forecast. A report from Bloomberg suggested that the European Central Bank will cut its inflation forecast through to 2019. So later on today, we do have at 9:45 at Sydney time that we have the ECB monetary policy announcement, but more importantly is to see the press release from President Mario Draghi to see if the statement is as dovish as the market may think. So looking at the technical outlook, the histogram is still negative, and I do expect to see further failure attempts towards that 112.80 figure. A break beneath 111.70 would give further exposure to the downside to 110.70. Well, dollar yen bears are taking a bit of a breather here as the market slowly recovers, and now looking towards a resistance of 110.20 that could stretch on towards 110.60.65 before initial downturn. The market still will be on its toes though, as it's waits the FBI Director James Comey, who testifies about Russia's alleged involvement in the US election. So the market may be a little bit whipsawed and could still see the lows around 108 before staging a firm bullish recovery and look back towards the top side. But we do need these indicators to come through to get that move up. Well, the market's still quite tensed in the UK as it prepares itself for the UK election in the next couple of hours. With the view now, I still hold that I would rather wait for any strategy after the election, because the parameters are holding around 125 to 132, and the market could be very whipsawed and it'd be very hard to trade. So I still heed off at the moment until we get the election out of the way. Well, gold backs off from its 1-month highs and now looks towards the support coming in at 1,276, with the resistance capping around 12.88 intraday. If the market does play out to a further bearish outcome, and we have seen the top for now, then we could see a move back towards 12.68 and reassess from there. Any advances should find a cap around either 88 or towards 96. And to wrap up with oil, well, the market took a very heavy fall overnight and now closing in on the target of 45.60. What is concerning though, if you look at the broader picture, the target is not at 45, it could be $10 lower at $35 a barrel, and I have stated that in the report. Any short-term recovery should find resistance now around 46.60 to 47.5 with a firmer cap at 48.50. So that wraps up my daily video. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report that will be released shortly.